Uplifting Children's Ministries is a United States-based organization dedicated to providing charitable, religious, and educational services to children in Guatemala.
Missionary David Lane is here with more on the group's work. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
You're going back pretty soon, right?
Yes, sir.
When do you head back?
January 4th.
Okay.
But now you just decided one day that this is something that you were called to do, right? So tell us a little bit about why you wanted to become a missionary, and especially to help the children in Guatemala.
Well, it was never that I wanted to become a missionary. It was more of a calling. What happened was I went with a team originally to go down there, and I felt God's calling stronger than I ever had, and I come back to the States, and I told people, I'm going back. And you should have heard some of the reactions I got from that.
They were probably like,
yeah, people were saying you're too young, you haven't had schooling, you don't know Spanish, you don't know the culture. But when I was here, I just sold everything I had and went on my own by myself, not knowing exactly where I was going to go or how long I was going to stay. I just had the calling, so I went.
But your steps have been directed, haven't they?
Yes, ma'am. It's going great down there.
Well, you did have contacts down there because you had the previous trip, so it wasn't just you saying, here I am, everybody.
Yeah.
You had a place to go.
It was a more of, I know I'm going back, but I don't know when or how.
Yeah.
When I came back to the States, I didn't know how long it'd be before I went back, but everything worked out the way it needed to be. Within 2 weeks, I was back down there, and I stayed for 8 months by myself down there. I started volunteering with other ministries to kind of learn the culture, and I learned Spanish actually on the street down there. I wasn't the classroom type, so I didn't go to any schools down there. And by doing that, I found a little place to rent, and I was actually staying about 4 months in an unfurnished apartment, sleeping in a hammock for a while.
Wow.
So.
Well,
it doesn't sound that bad, actually.
Yeah, hammock sounds good right now.
Yeah. Well, I think we have some pictures, because the children, they just seem to love you. I remember seeing the pictures and seeing how the children right here, they just are drawn to you, aren't they?
Yes, ma'am. It's awesome. I mean, like I said, it's a passion. You can be effective working for God wherever you're going to be, but wherever He places that passion is where you're going to be most effective. And now from when I went down a year and a half ago, there was 3 children involved.
Right.
And now the ministry's gone to over 150 kids coming through the ministry's doors each week.
How has it changed you?
It has changed me perspective-wise from living in those conditions and seeing how much those people rely on the Lord, and then coming back to the States and hearing little arguments about where are we going to eat dinner, or you know, is it sushi tonight or is it hibachi? You know, it's just kind of thinking, why are you thinking about that? You know, it's when there's people that have such a higher need than what we have.
And some of the challenges for you down there, what is it that you're frustrated with, and how can people help?
One of the biggest challenges for me was gaining support here. When I first went, like I told you, I left on my own. I wasn't connected to any organization, and I was 21 years old. And people use that against me because it's true, my age is so known for starting something and not finishing it. So when I went on my own, the hardest part was getting churches to get involved to give. But throughout the time, and now almost 3 years later, and you can see the numbers and what's happened.
You got it rolling.
Starting to roll.
Yeah. Well, to learn more about the organization, you can log on to upliftingchildren.com. The benefits of dance lessons coming up straight ahead as we continue with LEX 18 News at 12:30. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Listen, guys, this Christmas, if you go to Jared, your girl will be